Okay. And the show is brought to you by Lanacare. I've been waiting to do that all day. Alright, okay. Hello! We're back! In the G4 Claims Studio 2. And boys, we're the first people to use this. So, a big round of applause. So, aye. Episode 3, Calvin Bassey. No, I'm kidding. I said James Taverner last week.
I know. You said you wanted to do this.
I'm going to do it every week. It's fine. John looks on next week. But aye. So how you doing, boys?
Alright.
I'll go around this way. We'll go Lewis, who was on the show last week.
Yep.
But it was a phone call.
I wasn't here in the flesh.
Phone a friend.
I wasn't well, man. You'll still hear me coughing and sniffing and all that, by the way. Like, it's brutal. It's just lingering. No, it wasn't the Rona or nothing, but... Oh no, I was ill enough to miss the football, and it's good to be here. It's weird to be on a fucking talk show. Like Graham Norton.
Speaking of a talk show, you've got Hugh Keevins next time. Back again. 3 weeks in the drop for Fraz.
I'm the mainstay, eh?
He's going for 10.
Mainstay.
He's going for 10 in a row, man. But yeah, how you been, Fraz?
I'm alright, just fucking knackered for work, eh?
Standard.
Nah, usual bar for
Monday and that, innit?
shittest day of the week.
Anything else?
Nah, he's like boring as fuck.
Boring as fuck that day. Barely got used to my helmet today. That's the only time I've ever come in.
In the middle, man, they look like the mafia boss.
Sitting at the top of the table. Adam Cunningham, 23, got a pizza in the oven.
Right, we'll know that again.
There's actually a pizza oven down there. So,
See if you get yourself here. Pizza oven downstairs, by the way.
nice selection of
Selection
drinks.
of beverages.
I'm on the
Like
water.
Whiskey, gin and vodka.
Can't beat it.
Tell me your drink.
On the one bottle.
So that's from Zing.
Some mix.
So that's from Big Zinger.
Oh, aye.
And the man, he's finally shown his face. Finally.
There's no photo, because you edited 2 photos in last week to us saying, one at the start, one at the end, you used that exact same photo. Again.
It's funny because he's wearing his Scotland top at the photo.
Actually, empty.
See that again, soon you edit this, you need to just put the picture of him like on his head face the whole time.
Air myself.
Just to fucking edit over him.
That's what everyone just thinks Duncan looks like.
Just that picture.
You didn't actually get to see Duncan in the
Did you have blonde hair in that picture?
Just that photo.
No.
No.
I just,
No, just
mate,
round
you know
but
how
I
I
shaved my
found
head
it?
at that
Oh,
time.
I just went on your Facebook, just look for like, I don't know, the funniest looking photo.
It was the day that I shaved my hair because I got bored during lockdown.
I done that, I know, mate. I'll maybe put that up if I feel.
No, let's not edit a photo again.
Nah.
No, I'm talking about me.
Alright.
Did all you shave your hair?
No, I didn't shave my
No, I
You
didn't.
done it before, look. You done it before the trend.
I did it ages ago.
I done it like 3 years ago or something.
Pass. During the lockdown, my hair got really long and I bleached it. I remember I bleached it.
Aye.
But
Some choice.
I
Slim
did.
shady.
I mean, David, my brothers, and my dad.
Shout
They all shave.
Shout out.
Shout out, Dad.
My dad, my brothers, we made it.
Starting from
No,
the
I went the
back.
other way.
Aye, so that's a round table, aye. I didn't even introduce myself
No.
because
Who are you?
We know you.
We don't know you.
Who are you?
I'm the gaffer.
Oh.
Jonathan. That's what you're getting this week. I'm 24.
Pizza in the oven.
No, mate, that part's fucking honky, mate. Get that in the back. So aye, did you get up to much of the weekend, boys? Any shagging? Any?
Straight away.
I'm going to pass on that.
No, I played football. That was it.
Aye, Madison.
Aye.
How'd you do?
4 each.
Any goals?
No.
Any assists?
Left wing back. You should see, it's like Greg Taylor in his prime by you when I'm playing. Aye. The new.
What, getting these Rangers season
Do
tickets?
you not see him at the new? Aye, that's when he played his best game.
Fair play. Who are you playing?
Airdrie United or something.
Onions.
They got a boy sent off straight right at the start of the game for a handball.
Like the Hibs Motherwell game?
No, it was
handball, but
4 minutes in or something. Right, so they've scored. They went right up the park and scored. Right, and then we went down the other end of the park like 2 minutes after, and boys went round the keeper. The ball's gone wide, like completely wide, right? And the boys went like that. and put his hands out like actual to save it. Like,
Send us against Celtic.
oh, it was like
was Luis Suarez done it in the World Cup or something?
No,
Like, he
no.
literally went on
Aye,
Jordan
against
and put his
Ghana.
hand up, man.
That was going in.
no, it was more like who.
Maradona.
No, it was the one Oxlade Chamberlain, Kieran Gibson. Kieran
Oh,
Gibson.
Aye, centre
So,
from player.
so you know how he was like proper diving like that? That's what the boy done, right? Gone completely wide. So he's got sent off. 2 minutes later, right? Our boy's running down the line, and the ball, like the boy's running out the park, like say like Gareth Bale.
Aye.
No, obviously no, nothing like that, because Cowan's 44-year-old.
By the way, JJ did that in a kickabout.
Aye.
And it was amazing. Shout JJ. Honestly. Sorry to interrupt, but he did the exact same thing. Sorry.
And he's like ran out the park, right? And the boys kicked the ball off him out the park, and the referee's like, "You're throwing." And we're all like, what the fuck? It's our ball. Like, he's fucking 10 mile out of the park. He's not got knees to get back on the park. And then one of the boys, Big Stinky, plays at the back, right? It's a nickname, innit? Stinky, aye.
What's her name?
Aye. And he's like, what the fuck, ref? And the ref's like, don't speak to me like that. And he went, what happened, ref? And he's went, we're all like 10 minutes into the game with 2 red cards, and we're like that. So we play like a 3-5-2. And it ended up like a 3 whatever, 2 up front.
Whoever
3
was
in the,
left.
Aye, whoever was left, right? so we made a sub and Bow came on to play in the middle of the park. And then we're like, So now Bow's playing at left centre half, and I'm like, what is happening here? And then I'm like to Jamie, I'm like, I'm going to cheat by the way, because they've not got a right back. And I'm the only one on that left hand side. 2 minutes later they make a sub, and everybody's on the right hand side, and I'm like, you're at it. And then Kaka got sent off at the end for a second yellow card that he hadn't had a first yellow card, because the ref had him down as number 9, even though he's wearing number 10 on his back, and he knows who
That's
Kaka
an easy
is.
mistake to make, can't it?
But it's literally the boy who goes and drinks in the pub with.
That's why I sent him. Because he's done something.
Sunday league.
And then Jamie, the coach, got sent off at the end. He was like, that's a fucking terrible game you've had, ref. And he's like, don't swear at me. And he's like, it's a terrible game you've had, ref. Red card.
He did say don't swear at him.
And then, but he's, mate.
Nice.
Anyway.
Nice to know the ref had a small cock.
Ref, the game was all about him. But I'm done with that game.
I was going to say, like,
Who
I
else?
asked
Who
how you
else?
played it.
Who else does it?
How are refs meant to referee games when they've got an ego themselves? Like, they're meant to control the egos
Aye,
on the back,
aye.
and they just come out and make it all
Oh,
about
no,
themselves.
no, every game. See, when I ref, I was shiting myself. But under 12s, mate.
I was expecting to get battered.
Honestly, like, it's so nerve wracking.
I bet this guy was like 60-year-old. You know what I mean? He's obviously
Oh,
left
wow.
a few games in his time.
He's a veteran, man.
I was part of that refereeing course at school, and so they wanted you to practice your refereeing and all that. And so they put us in a game. It was like inter-house football. So I was like, I'll go on and I'll do it. No, right. I was just fanning about. I didn't want to do it. I wasn't a confident referee. I hated all that, right? But I like football, but just no officiality. But I kept turning to everybody on the side of the park
to see what they were saying.
To see what their decision is.
One of the boys went to go in, has a penalty, and I went, aye. It was fucking nothing. And there's like folk on the side of the park like, that's never a penalty and all that. And I was like, I don't care.
See the thing is,
Just called me out, right? And it's like, calm down, stop playing every day. I was like, aye, alright, just keep continuing doing the same shit. I was just like,
see the thing is, but seeing like a Saturday and a Sunday, like depending on what level you play, because like some people have linesmen and that, but see, the referee will go with a shout 9 times out of 10. If you say it's a penalty, he's going to get a penalty.
I mean,
I don't
we
think
done
I
a charity
have.
game.
Oh, sorry, I'll let you go.
Like when we played with
Tesco. You played that game, I know.
I didn't, it
the
wasn't a
second
charity
game.
game. It was it was just like a game that we done, and we played it at Stirling.
Yeah.
And
Oh wait, no, there was
No.
two. There was two.
Aye.
You and Shane played one. It was at
Aye.
the peak. Peak both times.
Aye.
But you didn't play the first one. This was back.
no,
this was at the start.
I played the first year. It was the second year I never played.
No, it was the second game.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Anyway.
Get away from it.
Dates are important. But anyway, what were you going to say?
Aye.
Sorry.
I
They made
remember-
us ref.
Aye.
In the first
I
half.
remember like I ended up being the ref at one point, and a ball got played high, and our boy was like a mile offside.
I bet it's your boy.
It was an absolute mile
Chatting to
offside.
the keeper.
But he wasn't even like trying to go for the ball, and the defender headed the ball back the way to go to the keeper. and our boy ran onto it and scored. And they all came like sprinting, getting in my face, telling me he's offside. And I'm like, no, he's not. I says, you played the ball.
I mind about
It's
going
like-
fucking rage.
He was
It's like-
absolutely
it's a
dealing with me.
fucking. It's not even a friendly. It's just boys.
It's a kick about.
No, mind we had our strip on, but then because obviously if we're going refs, them they got like some grey top.
Everybody was just patting on this
I
grey
mind,
top.
I mind I done it for like 10-15 minutes an hour. Like I thought I was doing it fair, and like I called offside for both, but then fucking some of our teammates were shouting at me. And I was like,
and
I was like, alright.
40-year-old man, like 6'3", probably weighed about 17 stone or something like that, screaming, pointing me in my face. I'm like, mate,
The
what do you
only
want me to
thing-
do? I said, he wasn't
the
offside.
one thing I remember for that game is some boy, because was it not like Rutherglen Tesco we were playing or something like that. But anyway, one of the boys came up to me when I was reffing, and I can't remember, it was an offside or something, or didn't give it, and then he came up to me and was like, he was trying to be like nice, but like passive aggressive nice, if you know what I mean. And he came up to me and was like, oh come on ref, you know, you fucking know that thing, you're only doing it because you're the team. And I was like, no, it wasn't offside. And then he started going, it was like, oh boy, I've played amateur football for 20 years, I know what I'm doing.
That's not bragging.
And I was like,
I get fat bastard.
alright, doesn't make you a ref, does it?
Were you wearing like the Tesco long sleeve polo shirts and that?
It's Camelin Juniors. Camelin Juniors. Imagine.
That's when you're working the film. Steelings on.
Got the brokes on, man.
Oh, what time did you finish today? 20 minutes ago. I've just came right up for the game of football.
With the Tesco jumpers on, was
The
that
zippies.
like anthem track?
Oh,
That were walking on the pitch and everything.
Because I stand outside shaking hands on that.
No, it was Camelin Juniors gave us a kit.
The red ones?
Not the blue ones.
Nah,
Oh,
that's
right.
what the time, yeah.
That's not
Stodge.
bad.
Shout Camelin Junior
What?
again.
Aye.
So yous what were their name? What were they wearing?
They were not.
Tesco long sleeves.
No, I mind arguing they were just wearing black tops.
Black
It was
tops
just
or something,
whatever.
Aye, the Tesco ones.
I think the second one had like an orange.
Well, the Tesco, innit?
No, I think the second one it was like I think they had like an orange and grey strip
even
or something
remember.
like that.
Oh, whatever.
But anyway, that was like 5 years ago or something. But I know. See when I didn't do it for the school. I actually done it through like I mailed the SFA like just to see, and I went through to Strathclyde Uni and done the course there.
Oh no, I done it through school.
I done it through school, I done the coaching one as well.
Aye.
But
I watched somebody break their leg during that.
I'm just.
But it's fucking, see when you're doing it in school, it's worse.
I
It's,
was.
It
then
was-
I guess you're in schoolmates and that's what you're doing. You're looking at the side like,
No, it was
Was
good.
that a free
It
kick?
was good to get out of my comfort zone and do it. I met Willie Collum and that for it. And
Willie Connolly.
did that thing like that?
Did the
Willie
headsets work?
Collum.
Willie Collum.
Well,
No, and I met.
Willie Collum's a
Willie
wanker.
Gollum.
Gollum.
Sorry, Willie Gollum, if you're watching.
I met Nick Walsh, you know, but when he first became a first grade referee, he's the youngest.
Was it 12, wasn't it?
No, he's 30.
Did you say 12?
I'm only kidding. He's fucking. It's just because he looks young.
Ah, but he was 24 when he turned.
Fucking all serious, eh?
No, I was just
No 12.
So how's he meant to keep up? Sail him at the back. Kane's booking it in the wing.
I didn't mean to get that angry. I don't know why.
No.
I just love Nick Walsh, man. Don't fucking disrespect him.
See at school we did when we were doing that refereeing course. It was in like I don't know if it was like early January or like before Christmas, right? But it was a kickabout and you were all having turns, like getting the referee the game and all that, and so it was just a kickabout practically.
Aye.
And one of the boys got patting his ass, right, and I was like.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're
Glenn,
talking
you got to take that. You need to get him back. So that boy Callum was the one that put him in the way. So Glenn gets up with a vengeance.
Yeah.
But like,
Vengeance.
the problem is where the sun is, it can't hit the corner of the Astro, so it's like black ice.
Aye.
So Glenn goes turning in like a fucking silverback guy, goes skating. Hits this sheet of ice, goes skating and goes right through the boy Callum and
Broke his femur.
broke his femur. It honestly sounded like the only way I can relate it to was either like a balloon going off and you hear like a gunshot. Honestly, bang, right. And
Shouldn't
it's
laugh, but
immediately screaming, obviously, because
Aye.
I mean that's a bone you only break in like a car crash or like in that case.
Just shows Glenn's
Just
a
a
fucking
very-
unit.
Glenn
Glenn said Glenn might come on this podcast, by the way.
Is he?
I mailed him. I told him about it. So shout out to you, Glenn, for breaking a boy's leg.
Glenn.
I swear to God, we've actually had a shout out in here.
I know, every 5 seconds.
Ruined that boy's life.
Everyone we've mentioned, we've got a shout out.
Oh, sorry, shout out Shane Donaldson.
Oh, you
I did
forgot one.
actually mention him earlier. I think-
Shout
I
him
did
out.
it?
Aye, you
Aye.
mentioned them about the charity.
Aye,
The charity. He's a dad now.
But
Anyway.
Callum was,
Anyway.
Callum was on his back.
Anyway.
Mr. Ma, teacher runs up and goes and sort of like Glenn's obviously like
Aye.
it was terrible because you don't. I
He
would,
could have died.
I would-
Like, he could have died. Like,
well, if it snapped and went through his femoral artery, but that's a bit.
That's a bit much. I don't like it with football.
It was just a big break.
I'm just saying. Like, I'm
But
just saying.
Glenn, you could tell you could tell his face, man. He felt so bad, but like. I was like, that's why I don't want to ref a game. I don't know how I would deal with
No.
that. Like, how could you deal with like seeing a snap? Like, I mean,
See,
something. I mean,
Did he get a red card?
did you give a red card?
He's done.
You're unfinished. Sorry, black ice.
Get up, you diving bastard.
Play on!
You should have given a card for
Can you
that.
imagine like that? He just got just so arid.
He's lying there, I brought him on that, you just walk up there, boy.
Sure,
Sip card.
that's-
7 aside in PE. Red card.
Nah, we were playing Riverside or something. See, when we were like 16. You know the O'Connors? The Alex Gray was playing for us, right?
Shout
He's
out
ran-
to Alex.
Shout out Alex Gray.
We stop that now.
Gotta be a Dawson. So he was running the line, right? And one of the O'Connors like tackled him and like landed on his neck. And the ambulance. It's so funny. It's so funny, right? But like, so like, see,
Landon was like,
see at Lambert High School, right? So there's the rugby part and then there's the grass football.
Aye.
So the rugby, but the teacher came out and he was like, waving the ambulance, go round, go. He didn't want to drive across the rugby part in case it ruined it. It's not like you need the actual ground in rugby.
Aye.
Like all you do is sliding it and tackle each other. But like Alex Gray's lying there like that, like don't move. Everybody's like that, like what's happening here? Is he dying or whatever? And he's like, I can't feel my legs, and we're all like that. Is the ambulance going to come in? He's driving the long way on the way.
The boy's like looking out like.
Boy's like dying, the teacher's just telling the ambulance to right round.
Go run.
Well, it's good to know that the school has their priorities.
Rugby hear about their part more than the students.
do you remember that at Denny High they were doing in-house rugby and there was like
I was just about to
3 or
talk,
4
aye.
breaks. I mean, there was a boy who was in my team snapped his ankle. There was like a divot in the ground, like the only divot in the park.
It's because it was the ambulance went across it.
No, you couldn't get an ambulance.
He
in
was
that,
like
really.
the only person to pay his fit in this divot. Just snap his ankle immediately. My brother's pal, I think he ended up with a concussion, a broken arm.
Oh, man.
Was it a couple of years above us?
But they just stopped doing full contact.
I know. I mean,
rugby
they
and
just
stuff like that,
completely
and
stopped the rugby.
Aye.
Man. I think I was in doing the football because I mind I saw the commotion and then somebody said like he's broke fucking a few bones and that. It's like
I know they like keep going on and off. It's freaking me out.
Big man's
it's just Greg. It's just Greco
Aye,
helping.
that is Greg Cole, innit? Aye, I knew it, but see when I seen his face and
because-
the when you sent me the G4 claims, I was like, that looks like that Greg Cole boy. He used to get it tight on Twitter, man. I mean, he wouldn't do anything, just fucking get targeted all the time. And
Now look,
it was funny then, and he just disappeared. And it was this thing of like, when's he going to come back?
shout out to Greg by the way.
Aye,
Shout
Shout out Greg.
no, really actually shout out to him. He fucking helped a lot here, man.
Sorted all this
No,
out.
he's
We
gave
don't know
us
what
a nice
they're
place, but
What, sorry?
gave us a nice place.
Just,
up the back hiding.
I'd say this is. I mean, you obviously haven't been in the other studio, but
No.
what would you say about? Would you say this is better or?
This is nice up here. I feel like we're out the way.
Aye.
I don't know, I wouldn't say one's nicer than the other.
The other
to be
one
honest.
feels like a wee bit of a bunker. Do you know? Think?
Aye.
I think the other one's quite nice, man.
But I like this. It's like you can. It's a nice big open like.
It's distracting. See if there were things going on down there.
Aye.
I wouldn't be
Aye,
able to
see-
if
see
there was something going on down there, I know you-
See what I hate is like, see when we were like doing this on Zoom.
Oh,
I was
Zoom,
going to say
it was
Skype.
a
It's like my dad is in one room, my brother's in another, and I'm trying to listen to what you're saying and no like start shouting
Yeah,
and that.
I was always worrying when my mom or something would walk.
Aye, like they come in and then you're like, what you want?
Because I'd either need to just leave it in, just say fuck it, or I'd need to edit it.
Aye.
something like-
I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm
Chill
going,
out.
I'm going upstairs to do a podcast. leave me the fuck alone.
I don't know if you've ever like said, I don't know if you've really talked to your mum or dad about like if you're going out, but I always get like a weird look when I do stuff like this.
Like, why you doing that?
My mum was quick. I was like, oh, you're going to do that. That's it, son.
That's good.
No, my mum does the same.
Well, my mum's actually not too bad, but like my dad, like my stepdad would be like,
what you doing?
Well, you know, working. A real job.
No, but it was like the same. See, like if I'm going out by myself, like a run, or like if I'm going to like kick a ball about like up the arse, why you doing that by yourself? I'm not allowed to like.
No, that's
to do something.
I saw a tweet. I retweeted it and I was like, it's something about like I think it was an English guy up in Glasgow, like filming something. I don't know what it was, but it was like the culture in Scotland and Glasgow, but Scotland in general. As soon as somebody does something out of the norm, like something creative, like filming or something, or doing something like this, you get fucking the piss ripped at you, man.
It's pelters you get for it straight away.
I don't get it.
Could you imagine being somebody like Limmy? Like his sketch show was so unique that it was because of how stupid it was. Like it's just the sketch comedy. Like our sketch comedy came from Chewing the Fat. So to no be Chewing the Fat, and then Burnison came along, like, and then I mean Limmy streams all the time, and it's practically just like. It's his streams are quality. I love
Shout out Limmy.
No, but you know what I mean. Like it's especially in school because I tried to do like YouTube videos in school. Like when I was like, a wee boy, like 12, 13, but I didn't like hit puberty.
No, I remember it.
We were trying to play a game.
That was that old chestnut. But my voice was all squeaky and that. But like, just got the piss ripped.
No, I remember it because I had a YouTube channel. We all used to play pro clubs.
No.
But I had it was like my TV was sitting on a shelf and my phone was behind me. But you would only hear me speaking. And then it's just pro clubs, and then I put like a sound in it so that you couldn't hear anybody speaking. And everybody be like, is that your YouTube channel? No, it's not mine. No, but it says Adam Cunningham 14. I don't know what that is.
We're roughly about the same height, we just it's not me.
No, but it was the fact that it was like when the PlayStation came out, I was 14, so Adam Cunningham 14 was. And I was, no, it wasn't me.
Redneck man.
I had my YouTube channel with Steph. I had a YouTube channel with card magic.
Shout Steph.
I have one or two YouTube videos, and it's me and my brother doing. Remember when you used to make yourself pass it?
Oh, the pass it challenge,
what were you saying, by the way?
And then there's one, like, my wee brother, and he just goes, there's proper, like, capsizing.
There's a video of me and my cousin doing wrestling.
There's probably one of me doing wrestling on the trampoline.
Mate, I got
wrestling on that trampoline.
That was wrestling on the trampoline was.
Do not try this at home when you've seen Rey Mysterio do something new. You're like,
try to do RKOs and funny.
Remember when everybody used to RKO each other? Like you just be
you'd just be walking through the park or something with your pals, you just walk up behind them, just run.
Okay, one of the best ones would be when you're walking like down the hall in school or something. Some couple just run up behind you, just RKO you, and you're like, what's going on?
We were up at me and my bird and our pal and that, right, were walking back down for the hospital. Steph was there, right? He remembers us. We're walking back down for the hospital, getting our Starbucks. Kristen Brody's like walking in front of me, right? And I'm like, I'm going to RKO her. like, so she's actually like just walked onto the grass at the second, and I'm like, I'm going to RKO her. Steph's like,
perfect.
Steph's like, no, I did it. What? Straight in here. I'm full on, like, I've flung myself so far forward, and her chin, I just went like, boff it, and I was like,
did you go like that after?
she was just like lying on the deck, like facing the deck, and I'm like,
that's terrible, man.
And I just pushed myself. I was like, everybody's just laughing.
Like, see when a lassie decks it, I can't laugh. Like, there's just something about
it's even better.
Like, I just feel so guilty. Like, see when a guy falls on that.
It's funny.
Like, see when a lassie goes, it's like, oh, that must be embarrassing.
No, but see if it's like, remember folk used to slide tackle each other and that, just for a patter, and then you see the, it was the ones when folk used to like break their ankle and that for no reason. I slide tackled him in Halfords.
I was standing, we were about to close or something, go out, and you just run up to me and I was like, slide tackle me.
Navy's in, right, and it's like he's all like pulling this stuff forward and that, and I'm like, here, I'm going to slide tackle him. He's like, do it for a $5. Easy $5. Slide tackle him right in the kneecap.
Did I just say this was only last year?
See,
take no prisoners.
I went to college with a boy who, he was out in, I think it was Magaluf with his pals, and they were in a club, and what happened was, he says, so there was a golf.
Slide tackle golf.
And he said, if you slide tackle this goth, I will get a tattoo of a goth getting slide tackled. Right? It's actually, no shout on it.
No, shout
It's Matt. Boy, shout out Mark Russell. His brother's Johnny Russell. His brother's Johnny Russell.
You've told me a different story about something with his cock.
What story is that?
He's NSFW man. But he did. He went up and just 2-footed a golf in the club, and he got it was like 2 stick figures, and it was one at him and one like a stick figure golf getting slid down on his thigh.
How do you draw a stick figure golf?
Well,
Just long hair like cape.
It's on his thigh, so.
What green? Just a picture like Green Day.
Can you text them and get a picture of it so we can just put it on the screen?
I've probably still got my Facebook.
I'm trying to get that, but I don't know about that.
Honestly, it's just 2 stick figures and 1 slide tackle and I got a stick figure.
Yeah, I don't know how we got to this conversation.
We're just talking about
we've
leg
just-
breaks.
leg
Do you want to talk about something a wee bit more structured than our stories?
To be fair, this has been entertaining so far.
What the hell that was?
27 minutes.
It started off with what did you do at the weekend, and it started with you.
I'm
Played
saying it
football.
was mad.
Aye.
And then
Football
And then getting injuries through that and refereeing and
and then just into a whole spiel of slide tackling.
Slide tackling golf, aye.
Aye.
Outside Stirling, our golf.
I was gonna touch on football, like
Going in.
if we were gonna.
We'll talk about Europe. Europe's a big one. No, just Europa League. I mean Champions League.
We could start Champions League in that.
So who's through? So Chelsea beat Lille.
Lille.
Who else have we got? We've got Liverpool through.
Atletico beat Man U.
Oh, the Real
That was
PSG
like
game.
a
I
game,
watched that game.
Benzema, man.
Benzema.
But we'll talk about that one. Did we all watch that?
Player.
I saw the highlights.
Alright.
Saw the highlights.
Right.
No, watched it.
Honestly, so the first half, PSG looked like they were going to.
They should have been about 3-up or something.
PSG looked comfortable. Mbappe was outside a couple of times.
See that goal he scored that didn't count? He actually dummied
Courtois.
That was a fucking
Some
finish,
beautiful
man.
football, and clearly Real Madrid just wanted. I think PSG are just the biggest bottlers of Europe, man.
Aye.
They came
Man
out. I think
City.
they thought they'd cantered it, and
They've tried the last
Benzema
3
just
years.
took
They've
control.
tried to just counter it, man. But
aye,
They got to a final.
got to the
thing
final.
is,
So
though,
big.
like, if you look at them in the league, for being as like
Who they are.
for being who they are and the amount of money they've got, they didn't breeze that league.
They just got pumped 3-0.
3-0.
Right,
Monaco,
can I just what Messi and was it Neymar? I think they're getting booed now.
Aye,
Aye.
Messi got
Mbappe
moved
and all.
last week.
because
And Mbappe too.
because they got knocked out.
I mean, with those front three, right? But
they're getting
Mbappe's ages better.
He's
He's 22,
Neymar's in his
23.
Neymar's like 28, something like that.
Aye, he's like, there's no 30.
No,
No,
there's no
Neymar's
fair.
like
He's either
28.
28 or 29.
Aye.
He's in his prime, like he's like
Aye.
this prime physical. Like,
If I seen that attack come up against me, I'd be like, oh my god, we're in for a rough night.
but it's because they don't
No.
work as a team.
It's because it's just a part full of egos. There's no gelling between them. They're all
You know what
their
it is?
individuals.
It's, see when you see them play, right, I noticed it. It's like, so they have their 4 defenders, there's 3 midfielders, and then Messi, Neymar and Mbappe, and they just stand up
Is
there.
that's still?
Aye,
I
they
can't
ju-
remember who it
aye.
was
They
against,
just,
but aye.
it was against
It
Real
was
Madrid.
against Madrid.
They just stand up the top of the park and let all them do it. But then see when they go forward, it's like them 3 and nobody else. Because they didn't have the energy to go forward and help them anyway. Because all they've been doing is chasing the ball back for fucking 60 minutes of the game.
Should be doing nothing, you just burn out the rest of your
Aye.
team. And
And
No
then
way.
when they 3 want to start doing something up front, everybody else is
They
fucked.
can do that in League 1 and maybe in the Champions League up to this
Early
point.
stages,
But when
aye.
you fight against like proper teams, and even if you score against them, like when it comes down to it, like those teams are actually gonna.
I mean, that's even with Ronaldo in that team, Benzema was still one of the best, was arguably the best striker in the world.
He was he doesn't get talked about enough. Like,
Aye.
did you see? Oh, sorry. Did you see what Mickey Richards said? He said, "Oh, he's just about as good as Kane now." Oh, that's a
Oh, no,
horrendous.
I hate
This
that.
is the Bad
I
Takes
said that.
podcast. I wouldn't even make it on this, man. That's a fucking shit.
There's a spare seat there that's no for Mika Richards.
That was one of the worst shouts I've heard in my fucking life.
It's because he's English.
Yeah.
He's English. He's a good striker, but
Aye, but for the amount of chances he gets, the amount of goals he should have scored.
What do you think about this? I seen the other day, folk are talking about Declan Rice, right? They're talking about 100 million.
No.
He is nowhere near
No.
look at Grealish.
Not even near 50.
Grealish has not proven he's 100.
Half of that is just because they're English.
That's what somebody said. Somebody went, if he was Spanish, playing in La Liga, right? Playing the same way he'd been playing, you'd probably be talking 40 million.
30, 40 million.
40 million.
See the thing is, see if you just left Grealish where he was and you kept Fernando Torres at Man City, because he's still done the exact same things probably.
They didn't
Like,
yeah.
Fernando Torres probably be doing better than what Grealish is doing.
Well, he's doing good at
He's doing good at Barcelona, but he's still done alright at Man City.
See them pumped fucking Real Madrid.
4-0.
I watched that game. And
We started on Real Madrid PSG and we've got the Barca game.
it severely was a pumping for Madrid. Barca
I was
were
expecting.
all over them.
Xavi's kind of turned them around.
But then,
Just on the Madrid.
that's proven Benzema though, because if Benzema was there,
Didn't play that one.
that would be a different
different
story.
story.
If
Completely
Benzema was
different.
actually there.
The commentators touched on that during the game. You can't rely on just
Oh
one
no,
man.
you can't. You can't just rely on Benzema.
Aye.
But they're basically without a striker at the minute.
Aye.
Playing Rodrigo up
Where's
top.
who's that boy Mariano? Is that his name?
Mariano, boy.
It's
He
like,
was on the bench. He
Aye, he's
came
in
on in the second half.
Did he?
or is Jovic there or no? Or is...
I don't know if Jovic is still playing.
Is he
I don't think
playing now?
Jovic is playing with them anymore.
But they using that Vinicius Junior. I quite like him.
Aye,
He's been one of their
Aye.
best players this season.
He's
Did you see his dive though? Any you seen the replay?
against Barca.
Aye.
Oh, no, didn't see it.
Oh, it's a shocker. Like seriously, if you get a chance to see it, it's an absolute
I've
shocker.
not
He's not even reached Ter Stegen yet, and he's already on the way down.
Was it as bad as Morelos the other day? Because I mean, I seen
I
that one.
see.
I seen that
That's a
one. and that-
penalty.
That's a stone wall. As well.
We get
Right,
to it,
but-
or we'll just do it now, because
Just fucking that is a penalty. By the law,
Anyway,
that is a penalty.
I don't know what Donnarumma's doing that first goal against Real Madrid. I don't know why he's holding on to the ball like that.
Aye.
Oh, he tries to play for the
I don't know.
foul. Aye.
He tried to
Should
throw
just
the ball,
booted that out
isn't
the
it?
fucking
Aye.
park, man.
But I mean, Benzema gets it out to Vinicius, gets his back.
Mate, it's the fact he scored right after as well.
See, to be fair though, right? Donnarumma's facing one way, and who was pressing him?
Maybe,
Somebody was pressing him to like make him kick it.
That was Benzema.
When-
It
when-
was Benzema
when-
that pressed him.
When he
Aye.
passed it across the goal,
Benzema,
and then he scored like.
Aye, so
that's a foul.
Benzema pressed him,
Surely.
he passed out to Vinicius Junior.
Aye, and then he got it back
Benzema
across.
came back.
Aye, that's a foul. The goalkeeper's looking
Nah.
like he's running
Aye.
full speed at him.
I don't think that was a foul.
No, I
man.
didn't.
I think he was playing for it.
But you can play for it and still get it there. But
You can still be
some
aggressive.
refs probably would have given it as a foul. 100%.
Because he
I
didn't
see.
actually make that much contact well. For
No,
a
he's
fling
definitely
up.
played to like.
It's because
aye.
he's
realised he's
he's
fucked.
panicked and he's like, oh fuck, I don't know what to do here, and he should have just booted it for a corner or something, like get it away.
He's still young though. Like he's what younger than us. Still.
Like,
Donnarumma,
2
aye.
year
Aye.
youngest.
Aye.
Aye, so like he's still got a wee guy. Like, and he's said to.
Did you see the video of him? So he just moved from PSG, no, from ACE to PSG, and he was back. He was playing at San Siro for Italy, and so the ball gets played back for him for the centre halves, and see, as soon as he touches the ball, the entire San Siro
I
boos
booed him. Aye.
and like you can
Was
see
that
this jolt through his body when he gets the ball, and it's like, did he shafted them? They gave him everything, didn't they?
Aye, they first start and everything, and then he played him constantly
I
for.
always thought it was a weird one. He went to
I mean,
PSG.
Money in it.
and they said they were going to give him whatever he wanted, because I mean,
Aye.
best player in the Euros and all that.
He just refused to even have contract talks with him.
Total shafted Keylor Navas. He's a good keeper.
He's won 5 Champions Leagues. He had one good World Cup and was won 5 Champions Leagues.
Aye, but that's what happens. You have
Aye.
one good game.
James Rodriguez,
James Rodriguez.
he's the biggest one.
Aye.
Mario Götze
Mario Götze.
won
Mario
the World Cup.
In all fairness, Götze's one was injury that kind of put him out of it though.
Aye.
He got a lot of niggly injuries
can
that
get
kind of kept him out in that.
Apparently somebody else are trying to sign him.
He's a PSV.
But I think
somebody
somebody
else?
He scored
Aye.
last week actually.
I think somebody was trying to sign him. I can't remember.
He's not that old, does he?
No.
No.
Early 30s.
Aye, still tight.
But aye, what was the other games?
You
Chelsea,
had
Leo. I don't really.
Eh,
I went to the cinema to watch that game. Went to the viewing.
What was it on the cinema?
It was on the cinema screen.
Oh, was it?
So
I
if
was-
you go to see if you go to the viewing Scenic Centre, just check whenever Champions League games are coming up. It's like £6, something
didn't
like
know
that.
that.
You go in, and all the chairs are recliners, all leathers. You've got a tray that swings round and all
That'd be
that. It's all it's
Other
dead cool,
ones.
and so I went and I got the boys and
Oh, they're the new ones. These are the new ones.
Yeah,
coming up.
you enjoying your wee conversation?
Aye, try to get the
Try-
games up.
try to
That's
get the
what-
games up.
I'm kidding,
I'm
I'm kidding.
But what other game? I can't remember.
That's what I'm just trying to get up the
Liverpool
new,
Inter
just
was
see
the
if I
week
can find
before.
it.
Yeah, aye.
Inter won.
Ajax Benfica put out Ajax.
I was shocked by that actually. I
So
thought Ajax
what-
were going to.
I thought Ajax were
Wrong,
going to do it. I mean, Haller had
Villarreal
some-
Juventus as well.
Villarreal Juventus.
That was a mad result.
Man City.
No,
Man City, Sporting.
Sporting.
Sporting,
Aye,
5-1.
They were
That
playing
was
a B team.
That was a boring game in the second.
Not
half,
each.
wasn't it?
It's because we were like 5
it?
up.
Aye,
5 up or
Were
something.
both the games on that day no nothing each?
Pass.
Was Ajax game the same night as that?
No, it was 1-0 to Benfica.
It'd be helpful if we'd done our research, eh?
See, to be fair, right,
Really, Shoutout,
I could tell you all the games see if I go into Sky Bet and look at my recent coupons because not one of them's came up. Is
And then
that right there?
Aye, this is here.
Right.
United,
So you had
Atletico.
Liverpool,
United
United
Atletico.
Atletico.
Man's here, I was going to say.
Liverpool, Inter. That was a
Inter beat
That was
2-1.
2-1
that was when we
Liverpool.
done the first podcast.
That was a
That
2
was when we done the first
Aye.
podcast.
That was 2-1. Bayern Salzburg.
No, they are.
Well, they were like
7-1.
That
was just do the ones that are like the week there. Just
Oh,
'cause-
so you had the Real Madrid, PSG, City Sporting, Man United, Atletico, Ajax, Benfica, Juventus, Villarreal, and then Lille, Chelsea.
touch on
What
the
was that Villarreal game? 3-0.
3-0, aye.
3-0.
Against
2 penalties.
Was it?
So Atletico Man U, I watched that game.
Aye, touch on this, aye, because that Man U are
I
fucking
don't know
shite.
how you can justify paying that amount of money for Harry Maguire. Never in a million years. He's
No.
actually the worst centre half.
I think he's
in the
on the
game
planet.
that he got the ball inside the box and he had an easy pass to Varane or something like
And
that.
he
or
turned
was it
back on
Lindelof?
himself.
Turned back.
He turned back
Aye.
and then turned back again
Aye.
and then gave a shit ball back to De Gea and then made him clear out the back. What is that
His
about?
decision. I don't know if it's the fact that he's got the armband. I don't know if it's just the way he plays football. I don't know how he
It could be. I don't think it's just him. I think there was a lot of collective going on as well.
He doesn't make it easy.
No, I genuinely think he's the worst Premier League signing of all time.
Oh, for
Like,
that matter,
money wise, and maybe just I don't know like ability wise, but money wise, he probably is the worst.
Definitely.
Yeah, aye, he's definitely up there.
Money wise, I would say so. There's probably somebody out there's been a worse signing than him though, ability wise. I would imagine. I can't think.
I can't think off the
It's
top
probably
of
been
my
like
head.
smaller fees and that.
club or
But-
something like that.
Balotelli when he signed for Liverpool was a fucking shock.
Andy Carroll.
He scored goals.
Is there anyone in the United team that can actually get first team over Harry Maguire? Jink?
Varane.
There's surely someone that can actually just replace him.
Is Bailly still
Because he
there?
gets first team every
I'm
time.
not gonna lie, but I'd put Phil Jones. Like
Phil Jones.
Phil Jones.
Phil Jones.
I'd put Phil Jones.
That's his
in that team.
keen, brother.
Phil Jones.
For Harry Maguire to get first team like that
All the
constantly.
time.
Aye.
I think it's 'cause-
Every game he gets first team.
I think it's one of those things because they paid that much money for him. Like,
I'd still bench
I
him.
think there's a thing in his contract though.
He has to play some of the
Maybe.
games.
That
well, he's the
if
captain
he's-
and all.
if he's
Like,
fit,
you need
Aye.
to be a captain as well.
But see, the thing is, why would you not just make De Gea or Ronaldo the captain?
Who was the captain before him?
De Gea had the captain Van
De
Mason.
Gea. And
Was it?
De Gea.
Is that because he was trying to get a move?
But the thing is with De Gea, like he isn't a terrible keeper. He bails them out. half the
Aye.
time.
Oh, aye.
It's his back
Mate,
down.
Mate, he's been
saves
doing
it.
it for the
Aye.
past 7 years.
Folk are having such a go at him, and see when you have no faith in your back line,
No.
your confidence.
Mate, you saw it. See last year when Liverpool were struggling because they changed their defence. Alisson was making a lot of mistakes because he's uncertain of his defence.
7-2 against.
Aye.
against
That's right.
And even when
Top one, aye.
Van Dijk and Gomez were out for the rest of the season and that, like
It's a flying.
Hen-
Sorry,
aye.
Ah, no, I keep seeing it.
Henderson and Fabinho were playing and like he's no.
Ah, you're
two
putting two
certain-
CDMs at
and it's
centre
like
half.
he's just that's gonna be on their mind. Like
Aye.
I don't trust this defence in front of me, so I need to think about.
But if they didn't have Ronaldo, I mean, minus the Liverpool result in Man City, I mean, Ronaldo's kind of.
Well, he brought them back against Spurs, eh? But
Aye, Ronaldo did it all.
Aye, Ronaldo. Aye.
I think
Hat-trick for Ronaldo.
I don't think. I think it's just a weird signing. Like
It's too weird a signing. I don't know why.
I think they only done that because they saw Man City were maybe going to get him.
That was
Oh,
the
for
only-
Ronaldo, so I thought you were talking about Maguire. Sorry.
See the thing
No.
is, so see if Ronaldo's went to City, he's scored so many goals by now.
Oh,
Like he has scored a fair.
I think they'd probably.
9 or something,
I
10.
think they'd probably be. I don't think they'd be 1 point just in front of Liverpool. I think.
No,
No, they'd be further.
They'd be flying. They'd be flying.
Aye.
Think about like,
Maybe not
well,
like it.
who's he got? Like Sancho's not really kicked the ball until like the new.
He's,
But like,
He gets a
Sancho's
bad
finally
rap,
just kind of.
But
he
see-
gets a bad
creep
rap.
now.
He's a good player.
he's a brilliant player, but like up until the news.
mate, what has happened to Rashford?
He's leaving.
No, I mean like just in general. Like,
Aye,
he's,
School lunches.
Just
he's too busy trying to fix the
Rashford.
country.
King of school lunches.
But because he was like the hottest prospect or something.
Aye.
Aye, no,
But
he's
it's
just.
always the same with England. The hottest prospects are all fucking.
Aye, until they hit 24 and then they get an injury
Aye.
and then they're like, no, they're
I
not
mean,
up to it this year.
I think that'll happen to Foden. you think he'll?
Nah, because he's a
Nah,
player.
good player.
He's a
Nah.
player.
He's got
He-
Pep.
He'll only get better at City.
He's got
But,
Pep in his
But
corners.
like
mate.
you see, he came through as a 10, and he can play left wing, right wing.
Well,
He played up front the other
Mate,
day.
half their fucking team can play
Aye,
anywhere, man.
anywhere, aye,
And
but
João
that's
Cancelo,
Does he
left
ever
back,
move
right
anywhere?
back.
Does he
Yeah.
ever move to
Mate, he
anybody
can-
else?
It depends
What,
who's
sorry?
winning the
Did-
Champions League.
Does he ever move to anybody else?
Who?
Because Foden, Jenk will ever move
Nah,
for City.
that's
Jenk will
the
stay
thing,
at
there's
City.
certain
Who
players
would you
now.
move to? Like,
I mean, that's but
Maybe
I
a
can't,
Spanish side.
it's alright saying like
they're not
City,
really
City can
what
win
they
the league,
once were at this point. Eh?
right?
German
But
sides.
if City fail to win the Champions League again this year, right? Considering the amount of money they've got and the team that they've got, if they fail to win that again, then the better players are going to want to move elsewhere to try and actually win that.
If they don't win the Premier League, they need to win the Champions League. I
Aye.
mean, that's the only thing they've no won the Champions League under Pep, innit? It's
Well, the only thing they've no one.
aye.
Like just
In
at
general.
this
In
point.
general.
In general, aye. But I see, going back to that Man U Atletico game, that last 15 minutes is probably the slowest 15 minutes of football.
Big Simone, man.
Honestly, they just
Was it-
just keep going down and down and down. And I don't know why keepers, sorry, no keepers, referees don't just turn around and go, see the next time you do that, you're off.
Did
and
you-
players just won't do it.
Did you see the thing on Twitter? It was like the last half an hour of that game. The ball was only in play for like 11 minutes. Or something.
I might not. I saw that, but somebody tweeted it was like, just come to Rangers when they're playing a low block team. This is the exact same.
Honestly, I don't know why refs can't turn around and rather than just try to play fouls all the time, just start showing, just start getting your stamp in the game and control players, because they're completely killing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching it with Emily and I'm like, I wanted to see it to the end, but I was so close to that.
I didn't watch it. I don't have beef.
It's
so.
just, it's so scunning. Like, you get to the end and you're like, thank God. And then Simeone was hit with like just all these liquids just get lost.
I didn't
Making a beeline.
actually see that game, man. But see the most recent one that I've seen of that was when we played Aberdeen. That was so frustrating.
Aye.
So every time we went near an Aberdeen player, they were down, and the referee was getting it every time. And I thought, Ken, just let the game flow.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? You actually couldn't
You
watch
don't
the
need to kill it all
football.
the time. You don't need to kill it all the time.
Oh, it's like, but see when you see the stats and that, it's like, oh, Atletico had 30% possession of the ball, but it's because the ball's out half the time, and
Aye.
it's a throw-in back to a player,
Aye.
and then they play 2 passes and then it's a foul.
It was about 68 minutes and they'd played about 70 passes.
Aye, I turned it off. I was
Aye.
like, there's no point in watching it.
Aye, it was brutal.
That's his bread and butter, innit? Like just
Kill the game.
frustrate
Scumbag
teams,
teams, aye.
frustrate
Scumbag
teams, man. Like
Let's
Aye.
get some Champions League predictions, then we'll move on to Europa.
Yes.
the
What we'll
to
go.
the quarters.
Yes.
Liverpool, Benfica.
Aye, Liverpool, Benfica. Who are we saying?
Liverpool.
You've got to think
Aye.
that who's coming through
I think
that.
it's hard to
You say
Chelsea, Real Madrid.
Chelsea, they beat Real Madrid last year. They're better in Europe than they're in the league.
I don't
They're
know.
way better in Europe. than
They are.
Depends on what squads both teams have got.
Aye.
Injury wise,
Aye,
and what
if
players
they've
are
got Reece
available.
James playing and all that, see
Aye.
James, he's a different
Where's
sort
it?
of team.
It
Where's the
depends if
first leg?
Chelsea can
Chelsea's
get
at
to
home,
Spain.
first leg, so.
So it's
It's
the
tough-
return
it's
ties
tough
at the
being-
Bernabeu.
Aye, it's tough being at home first.
But
I
can
think Real
they
Madrid will do it.
can they actually get early? Like, are they
Aye,
are they
Aye.
supposedly
going?
they've paid
Oh
that
fuck,
for-
aye.
Have they?
Supposedly they've paid all their travel for Europe.
Don't know how
But,
they-
but how can you pay it off if you don't know you're getting there?
Did you know see the
Because they
thing?
can't get money back. Do
Aye.
you know what I mean?
Did you know see the thing that they were looking to see about sharing a flight with City? Because obviously City's playing
Aye, they're playing
Atletico.
They're
Aye,
on the
aye.
same- it'll be like at the same time.
Well, that I just read that boy Candy's looking to take over.
Aye, I seen that in the
shortly,
Sky Sport.
so,
Aye, Candy's singing.
I don't know. He's a real
Are they
estate
allowed-
with his
I thought they weren't
brand.
allowed to sell them.
No, they are under. They're making a thing for them in order to sell. Because it's no fair. I mean,
No.
see the thing is, they've sanctioned a club that's been owned by a Russian guy. Well, there's other clubs owned by Arabs that are like still executing gay folk and executing women for showing their ankles. Chinese clubs and all that that are committing a genocide to now. It's mental to me that they've sanctioned one club when there's other
All these clubs, aye.
that are part of
That
these
was
countries
like,
that
when-
don't have
When Newcastle got took over, everyone was
exactly
shouting,
but-
balling at them, but
they-
like
there's
everyone
no
else.
consistency with it all. Like there's been no consistency. Chelsea have been truly shafted, I think.
But, sorry, what was the?
So who are we going with that one?
I'm going to go Chelsea.
Chelsea will come.
Chelsea.
Aye.
I'm going Real Madrid. I'm different.
Prick.
Atletico City.
See, you could say, oh, City, but Atletico, man.
Watching the way they play.
It's those tactics. They'll frustrate the life out of City,
If
man.
they do that sitting in and didn't allow the space, because City's best game is when they can get space in behind.
Aye.
If they don't allow that space, I think City will struggle.
See, the thing is, but it's like, so Man United played Atletico, right? They're no there.
Nah.
Man City can pass the ball through you when you are there.
Mate,
Like,
mate,
it's
mate,
not even-
Everson can just zing a 60-yard ball
Aye.
to like
And
Foden, and
it
just
makes it
he'll
look like
kill
it's
it.
nothing.
Oh, aye.
But then they try, and then it's actually like going at like 100 mile an hour, and then Foden just traps it.
But it's like
It's
you
fucking
see
brilliant.
like wee gaps in that, and it's like De Bruyne can just
Aye.
right in there, and it's easy.
Bernardo Silva can weave in and
Aye.
out that. Like,
Mahrez will just stand out there and get the ball.
I
every
think it'll be
single
a good game because I think they'll do that, but then Atletico will counter them as well. Atletico will be able to counter them. So I think I think it'll try to frustrate them, but then they might need to change that
I think
game.
Man City will win.
I'm going with a City win
I
now.
think it will be City, but I think it'll be like
I
a
think
close
I
game.
think it's going to
Probably
be
the three
tight,
British
but I think
clubs, man.
City
I'll go
will.
with City. I know.
City,
I
aye.
can't really see past City now.
And I'd see that shouldn't be in a no-brainer. Just Villarreal, Bayern.
Well,
Well,
not this season. Not this
I
season.
don't know, like they pumped Juventus.
I think Bayern Munich.
Lewandowski's
I've
Aye.
watched quite a lot of Bayern
even
Munich.
Miller's
But she's
rejuvenated.
Sané, I know.
Sané's a
get-
player.
Blair.
He.
Mate, see their
He's
midfielder
so
now, Kimmich and Goretzka. Like they're fucking quality.
But
Man.
they play a
They've
free back,
even,
don't they?
they've even got that Sabitzer as well now.
Aye.
Was it like
Aye, because they've nearly been right backs or anything.
Alfonso Davies down the wing as well.
Aye.
He's just coming back for injury day, so he'll probably be available for the game.
Gnabry.
Gnabry's
Celtic.
good, no. It's funny, Gnabry was like in that Arsenal side. Never
Dropped
ever-
for West Brom.
Aye.
And look at him,
Tony
man.
Pure
And then
saying
scored
he's
4
not good
goals
enough.
against
Aye.
Spurs in the Champions League. Won the Champions League. Yeah.
We were just saying that the Spanish League's done nothing this season, and they've got 3 teams in the. You know what I mean?
And no, have they got any teams in the Europa League?
Barca.
Barca.
Have they got any in
Sevilla and Betis.
the
come
Eurovision?
conference and the Eurovision?
No, it's all like
No.
Scandinavian
Aye.
teams and
It's,
Leicester.
Leicester? Aye.
Aye.
So last
I don't
question.
even know what that is.
Last question. Who are we going with the final? Who we think out of them?
So
Wait.
who's playing who in the
Aye,
semis?
can-
Is
Aye.
it
Liverpool,
so
City. Could
So I'm
be-
sure it's
Not just them, but like.
I'm sure it's Chelsea, Real will play either City or Atletico.
Yeah.
If I'm right.
Oh,
And
and
then-
then it's them. Too.
Aye, and then it'll be Villarreal and Bayern will play either Benfica
City,
or
Bayern,
Liverpool.
I
I
think,
think
Liverpool, Chelsea.
honestly,
Even though I said Real
Danny-
Madrid
Danny
to
wanted-
beat Chelsea.
I think if Liverpool
No.
get Bayern,
I'll
Bayern
take
will win.
anything but an English final.
No.
I
Danny
think-
won an English
been
final.
wrong.
I think it'll be Chelsea Bayern Munich.
Liverpool's
I
winning
think it'll be a
it.
Chelsea
Liverpool's won the
Bayern.
quadruple.
Chelsea Bayern final will be good.
Man City.
That's what I think.
Liverpool's.
What was it?
Chelsea.
Aye, what was it?
Two-
John,
2012.
you're just biased because you're a
I'd
Liverpool
like to
fan.
say aye.
Have you seen them
this
this
season?
season?
Paris winning who won?
I have. Aye,
It was like 11 or 12, I'm
They've
sure.
won the League Cup.
I
They're in
think
the semi-final of the
2011.
FA Cup.
Sorry,
Ah,
I'm speaking over
so is
you.
Chelsea.
Alright, aye, one at a time. One
I
at a
think
time. sorry.
2012 was Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund.
Aye,
in Wembley.
No, it was Chelsea Bayern Munich 2012.
Was it Chelsea Bayern Munich too? Aye.
Was it the year after? It was.
Bayern Munich, Borussia
Bayern
Dortmund
Munich.
2013.
Because it was
Aye.
the same night. Cal Frostbox, Michael Kessler, the second time that was in London or not. So try to watch the Champions League.
Aye,
game,
on
and
one
boxing was
telly.
such a big deal.
So
But,
aye, go with a Chelsea Bayern final.
Aye,
No,
I
it's
feel Chelsea.
Liverpool's won the quadruple this year.
Right, get yourselves out the way this Europa.
Aye, we'll go with Europa now.
What,
on-
what teams are
touch
in?
on a bit of
What
Rangers,
teams,
I
what,
suppose.
what teams are in Europa League?
Barcelona.
The Barcelona.
Are you got it on your phone?
It's Barcelona versus Lyon. No, Barcelona versus Frankfurt. West Ham versus Lyon. What was the other team? Oh,
So you've got
Atalanta,
Leipzig.
Leipzig. The famous Glasgow Rangers against.
Braga.
The famous Braga.
You're
But,
next.
I mean, it's a
We'll leave the best for last. We'll go
Right,
around
so
the
is Braga have they won it before? Or is that Benfica that's won it a few times?
Benfica.
Benfica.
Braga have reached the finals though.
Right,
A few times or just
Start with
once?
Barca, Frankfurt.
Right, go
Aye.
that way. Go that way.
Right,
So they can talk about them last.
Aye, Barca
Right.
Frankfurt.
I watched Frankfurt play yesterday. I was quite because they played Leipzig,
Aye.
and I was quite interested.
Where are they in the league?
Was that a draw that game?
Aye, not
Aye.
each.
Where's
Don't
Frankfurt?
say anything.
Where's Frankfurt in the
Are they
league?
not like 8th or something?
I don't think
I
they're
don't know
they're
the
mid-table
grade,
or something.
But Leipzig are 12 points, 13 points shy of Borussia Dortmund.
Alright.
Maybe then. But so the Frankfurt Barcelona game,
Aye.
Barca will beat them at it.
Well, they fucking struggled against Galatasaray. At the
Yeah,
Nou Camp.
that annoyed me. I had them on my coupon and I was
had
getting
them on
about
my
300 odd quid back and fucking they couldn't even score all game. De Jong hit the post that game because I think I watched the last 20 minutes or something because it was 0-0. De Jong hit the post. Dembele tried to whip in a few balls to Aubameyang. He tried to overheat kick it. Fucking.
It's just Aubameyang, innit?
It's
Just a family.
Galatasaray had no shots within 20 minutes. It was just constant. Constant.
He's trying to do his front.
He's there with the mask. He's like that.
He's trying to do his front flip.
Can't score stand up, so it's the back of the back.
I saw Galatasaray scored that game, but it was like offside.
It was
but,
offside, aye.
It was close. But see the reason Barca couldn't score? Because Galatasaray are so small, their goals are so small, so they couldn't score.
I was waiting on that.
Small club. Gala smaller, aye.
That game they had 11 players in their
Right.
box.
Barca gone through.
Barca through against Frankfurt. Atlanta.
Do West Ham Leon, because they play each other in the semis next.
Right, we'll go with them then.
I'm going to say West Ham. See the way they play against Sevilla, man.
Leon aren't that special either.
No.
It's still they can turn it on. They've got that Toko and Camby's the top goal scorer. in the
Depay
Europa
as
League
well.
right now. You've got Depay, even
Go with
Dembele.
the ex-Celtic player.
He played for Leon.
Depay's
Sorry.
Aye, Dubai's at Barca.
Still in the same competition. The teams are there. Depay will help Barcelona. I'm thinking about the next because it'll be Barcelona Leon. So that's what I'm just 2 steps ahead, boys.
Right.
You're the host of the show. You didn't even get your facts. Bro.
That's why I said I need used. I edit. I do all the shite like behind the scenes, man. I'm just here,
But they've still got
Mr. Dembele scored a hat-trick.
mate. He's still trying to get to Calvin Bassey's back pocket.
That's right.
But no, I reckon the way West Ham play, I mean, Sevilla have won this tournament like what 6-7 times, something like that.
I see
And they
the Olympic Stadium. They were fucking shut them down, man. They couldn't do
Sevilla
anything.
couldn't do nothing.
Aye.
West Ham looked a real force
Big
in Europe,
Sochek.
man, Aye,
And
they
then
are the right side.
Yarmolenko.
I mean, Antonio, they were
Aye.
shooting up Antonio's ass like it was nothing, and
Aye.
he didn't even have that good a game.
No.
Mate, see the thing
Yeah,
is,
I
they
don't know where
they
again.
should be at this stage of the see their fucking budget, man. I
Aye,
just
but
don't-
they've no played in Europe. I don't think have
They've
ever
no
played in
no played in Europe since
Last year,
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't in Europe last
were
year.
they not?
No.
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 If they were, they must have been
only go
in.
European qualification.
Aye.
Season.
Really?
They might have
Aye.
got qualification, got pumped it.
I don't know. But I knew they were gonna. They know were they not undefeated in their group? They ran away with their group.
Pass.
English, like I just don't rate like the like,
The hype
oh,
around
the
all these
first
English
time.
teams.
The
Aye.
first time
But
they've got like 200 odd million budget, man. They should,
Aye, oh, they should be where they are, the new and everything, but
especially in Europa League, man.
Moise.
Moise.
Like it was just to be fair, I rated
massive.
Owen Hargreaves and Joe Cole after they sucked off at West Ham. They rated Rangers like
No,
get in there as
see,
well.
Joe Cole was brutal. It was him and Carlton Cole in that game for the Sevilla game, and I was like, shut up! Like you're just like all about Antonio. It's all about Antonio,
See-
and he didn't have a good game.
See what I
Like,
hate
just holding
about
up the
that
ball,
is
man.
they get the club, like the legends, or they get
Aye.
like even if it's
Aye.
not like they get somebody that played with the club so they can suck them off,
Aye.
right? But see, like when you get like Alan McCoist, right? Staunch in
really-
that.
he's
but
really fair,
He
like-
doesn't care who's playing. He will give you what he thinks is happening in that game, and
Him-
I like it like that.
Alan
I
McCoist
think
is
Clive Tilsley
the best
at
commentators.
Aye.
was like
Aye.
you could shut your eyes and you'd know exactly what was going on.
Aye.
Do you know how commentators just talk pish?
See,
You don't know what's going
see,
on.
like when you like you get Rangers TV, and I don't know who does that, right? But we
Clive
get like
Tilsley and Alan McCoist.
right.
Tom
well,
commentator.
we get Tom Boyd, right?
like a lead
And
in, Tom.
he's like that. He's just you shut your eyes and it's Celtic, and you think Celtic had 100
Yeah,
shots,
I've
100% possession.
seen some
And
clips.
look,
aye.
we could be one each with a team, and you're like, what is happening?
No,
here? Like,
that's what Tom's like. Tom the commentator's
Aye.
like.
Oh, it's brutal.
Clive Tilsley is
Tom
really.
Miller. Is that his name? Is it Tom Miller?
Aye, Tom Miller. I just because it's
It's
just.
not.
But
You
Clive
can't-
Tilsley is really good on Rangers TV.
I don't want to. I want an honest account of the
Aye.
game.
aye.
It
No
keeps
one-
it keeps
Mate,
you
it's-
honest.
it's-
I think. And
It's when it's like a foul against Rangers. Like it's a clear foul, and Tom's like, "Oh, I think he might have got the ball there."
the worst thing he ever said, it was last season, and it was Ryan Jack made a pass to Ryan Kent. So he went Ryan Jack, and then he went Ryan to the Kent variety. And I went, what are you
Somehow, no, it was when Joe Aribo scored against Braga. Funnily enough, it was when he goes, "Arriba!"
terrible, man. Honestly.
Cannabis.
anyway.
Aye, what was it? Wait, what
West
did we
Ham,
say?
West Ham or
Aye,
Leon?
West
West
Ham.
West
West
Ham.
Ham.
West Ham.
I think it probably will be West.
Right, what was
Right,
the other one?
Atalanta Leipzig. I'm going with an Atalanta.
Leipzig.
I didn't want to put my opinion on.
Okay,
this.
wait, you want
sorry,
West Ham?
Sorry.
Boys, there's too many voices.
Aye, that is, we're talking
Right.
our one another.
Voices made.
I think West Ham might
Alright,
just
Randy.
pull through, but I think it's going to be a tight game.
It could be extra time or something.
I think it's going to be a
Penalties.
tight game, but I think West Ham will just pull
Aye.
through it.
What was the other one? Leipzig.
Atlanta, Leipzig.
Atlanta, Leipzig.
Leipzig.
Atlanta's a
Atlanta.
basketball
I
team.
think Atlanta.
I'm going with Atlanta.
Atlanta's going to get through that.
I think Atlanta.
Where are Leipzig in the
They
fourth
are
or something?
Third or fourth.
Atlanta's like they're like mid-table, you know.
They're
See, to be honest,
behind Juventus.
Your league performance doesn't.
I know, but it's just to give a bit of context. Well, they
Right.
put Leverkusen.
Yep.
Like, so they're no mugs.
That's it. It's
Like,
Leverkusen are third.
that
and
Mu-
then
uh-huh.
it's-
That
it's,
Muriel up front, Colombian boy, he's a player, man.
He's a good player.
Aye, yes.
So he's quite a dangerous man. But in Kunku and that, and like they've got a solid defence, Leipzig,
Aye.
like Klosterman, Mukulele, is that?
Aye, Mukulele.
I was going to say Open McCannell, but Bayern snatched him. And Kanati got into Liverpool.
I think Atlanta are the better team.
Aye, Atlanta.
Atlanta have played in the Champions
I
League.
think it'll be a good game though.
They
Like, I
will
think
be.
it'll be.
It will be. I think that's the best.
Are they not?
They
They're
don't
both.
get-
They're
don't
both
get
Champions
quarters.
League. They're both Champions League teams. Aye.
Aye,
Quarter.
aye.
Was it quarter-finals or semi-finals that they got to 2 seasons ago or last season?
Who?
Atlanta in the Champions League.
The
I
Champions
thought they got
League.
to
Champions
semi-finals,
League.
but-
Was it
Did they not play Real Madrid?
Quarter.
Was it not
I'm
quarters
sure.
they
I'm
got
sure
to?
it's quarter.
'Cause
I
they
could
got-
be wrong,
they
but
got, they
I
got
feel it's
really
quarter.
close to
Mhm.
actually getting through the
Through.
tie, but it was like right at the end.
I don't know.
Right. Your-
And then
your Rangers game.
and then we'll touch on the Rangers Braga.
Rangers. I mean, it's a good chance. I think
It's the best fucking draw we could have got.
It probably is the best draw Rangers could have got. Right.
But
Nah,
Braga aren't
have-
mugs.
have-
Braga are not mugs,
I
man.
mean,
So-
they're fourth in the league behind the 3 Champions League teams. Benfica, no, Porto got.
Porto
Porto
got
dropped
pumped out by Leon.
Aye, but did they drop 3 Champions League?
Aye, they did that. They were
Aye,
the
just even
champions.
Liverpool's group and Sporting Lisbon, Benfica, and Porto. It's going to be. I think it's going to be harder than the.
What
the game
everybody's
for a
making
couple
it
of
to
years
be.
ago.
What was that score?
3-2 at
Maybe 3-2
Ibrox.
at home and then 1-0 away for him.
Giannis Hadji.
And
But
what we need to remember is
Ibrox,
we were
baby.
2-0 down.
Aye.
Kelvin, we weren't 2-0 down in that game. I
They
came
we were
back
fucking
1-3
shocking.
down.
the
Like
thing,
that.
the thing about I would hate to be a team and come to Ibrox because
Aye.
it's so toxic. It is.
Aye.
And
Especially in European, especially this,
Europe.
like
Oh,
each round the crowd's gotten louder and louder. And
I mean, I wasn't at that last game, so I
That-
wasn't
we
able
were
to see that
talking
Borussia
about it,
Dortmund
right?
game, man. I mean, that is the longest 90 minutes of my life. I fit game of
Right.
football, and it's because you're wrapped up in it all. But I mean, you know yourself when you're at games, you just get caught up in it. And,
was
but
that.
I think we might even lose the away leg, but they at Ibrox. I think we might do it at Ibrox.
I think it just depends on how many goals you score are there.
Injuries as well. I mean, genuinely, Rangers next 4 games are Celtic, Braga. Like,
And then
that's a nightmare for any team.
and then Celtic in the semi-final, no.
That's what I'm
Aye.
talking about. Celtic in the league, Braga
And then
away,
potentially-
Celtic
See
away.
what
Braga.
I get with yous, but it's like, so I think we'll beat yous twice. But yous will go and play good in Europe. Because see, every time yous come back for Europe, it's just, yous look so shaky all the time. But I don't know if it's tired legs or whatever.
I think it's just.
Aye.
I think it's just going away to like
The-
grounds
aye.
like Dundee.
Aye,
and that.
different.
That was
teams
my
and that.
prediction out of the 3 games of Rangers Celtic was Celtic win 2 of them, Rangers will win 1.
We're winning all 3, mate.
See,
I think Celtic went through
see,
them.
I take it what you mean, because it is, look at the weekend.
Aye.
I mean, okay, it was 2-1 away for him, but still, I mean, we're through to the next, we're in the
Aye,
quarterfinals
aye.
of the Europa League. But I don't know, being at home, it just depends on the team. I mean, that team in Europe is a team that you play against Celtic.
I
Like,
was-
you're literally
aye,
playing
I was just about to say
Celtic,
that.
Celtic
Braga,
against
Celtic,
Celtic.
how you might,
Aye.
those players would need to be fit
Aye.
and not get injured for us to.
I don't-
truly
Aaron
stand a
Ramsey
chance
will
of
only play
winning.
one of the 4 games.
I don't even think he'll play.
I didn't think he'll play.
I don't even think he'll play one.
He'll maybe
He
come
get
on.
subbed on last 20 minutes.
Is he... Are Wales playing?
Aye, they're playing.
They've
aye.
got
Is he,
Austria.
is he
Aye.
away playing with him?
Aye.
Aye, he's got.
Aye.
Right, so he'll not play any of the games.
He's back up to like.
He'll get injured.
He's
He'll get injured, aye.
so, oh, somebody's gonna die.
The Queen.
Because he
Aye,
scored.
that's
Sorry.
No,
Because
I seen
that was him. That was.
I seen somebody hang me it, right when they put it up on Twitter that he scored. Somebody went, "I better watch you," and I went, "The Pope." It's like the Pope.
I saw somebody put when Aaron Ramsey scores the winner for Rangers, but the Queen dies. And it's that meme Wario on
But a word cars.
But a word cars. It's terrible. It's not. It's terrible.
Aye.
I think If Rangers are going to lose one of those firms, it's going to be a Hampden. Rangers cannot play a Hampden.
No.
They've not
No.
picked up any.
Use-
No, we need
Pump
to.
does at Hampden and we won 1-0.
Aye.
We
Aye.
need
Aye.
no-
And it was offside.
I'm not accepting that. We need
It
to.
was. It was. We
You
can
can't-
talk about
you
it now. It's
can't
not
even
new,
deny it.
but
I don't know,
we're over it now.
I'm not accepting that.
We talking about referees earlier. I don't know if it was
There's
offside.
too many voices. I'm not accepting that. We need to win the Scottish Cup this year.
Aye, I mean, no.
We need to win all
No.
three old firms.
That's something that Rangers haven't done for such a long time. Is if they didn't win the league, at least they won a cup. But
Need to
they're-
win
they're
it.
not winning
Can I
something.
see it though?
I can.
I can see it permitting Celtic. Celtic don't look their best. I mean, I think Celtic peaked at that last Old Firm. I mean, annihilated
Aye.
Rangers. I think they've peaked and they've not been shaking games. I mean, I'm saying that they went and just annihilated Ross County at the weekend,
Aye.
but I feel like there's been games where, I mean, I've got to get to that, Ange, by the way. I thought after back of last year, the boy didn't even know what the league was.
No.
Didn't even know
No.
it was an SPL.
Mate, the way he
And-
started,
But
they
the
got
way,
tough
the
halves.
way he's
Seen it.
doing right now, aye.
And I think because of the way he plays, teams are like, oh, how do you play that?
How do you play against it?
If he can't switch that, I reckon the troubles will maybe come next season.
See,
but the way he's playing,
But you have seen like the weaknesses are there.
Aye,
just
it's,
kinda-
it's Greg Taylor and Ralston when they both play at the same time because holy fuck, you're asking them to come and play centre mid basically.
But that, see
It's-
that all that assault. I mean, Kyogo, Jota, Hatati,
Abada.
see just
Abada,
them,
aye.
Jake Kamakis, see all them just running
Hey,
at
big,
you.
yeah, jump.
That-
He kind of brings a different
Aye,
type. It's
more like a Larson.
because obviously it's not got like the pace to like press.
number
modest,
seven.
modest.
No, number 7. No, but like
good shout.
even though Larson was only what fucking 5'9", 5'10" or something,
Something
he
like
was
that.
still
Quite
the
physical,
big
aye.
striker. Do you know what I mean? We've always played with like Dembele was kind of a big striker, but
So was
Well-
Gary Hooper.
when
No,
aye, fat.
he was kind of
But
nimble. wasn't
see
he?
when you looked at like Edward, he was what 6'2", but he wanted the ball at his feet. He wanted to run past you.
aye.
But
Oh,
he,
was brutal, man.
Jack Marcus, I think every one of his goals has come for a first touch.
in the box.
Aye,
that,
in the
Right.
in the
That
box
one
and a
against
first touch.
Barisic, that
Aye.
one, I mean, Barisic all I had to do was just turn round.
No, I can't.
But anyway,
That's
But
they five and see when they run. I mean, all they did was just assault Rangers. And see, as soon as you put Golson in the back foot,
he doesn't know what to do.
I still can't get over why
Why
we sat back that game.
But I
just
mean,
can't get over
that's
that.
it. I think with Celtic, you need to meet fire with fire.
You need,
You need to go
get,
against
You
them,
need
aye.
to get in their
that
face.
first 45 minutes is where their assault comes through. That
See-
first 45 is where it all comes. But see, that second 45, I think that's Celtic would always wins a game in the first half.
aye,
never
all the
in
time,
second
all the
half.
time.
But
No,
if
it's
it's-
because we're all fucked. They're
But
all
if it's,
fucked
aye,
by
but
the end.
if, see if it's nothing each though, that's when they're like they're fucked, but they're
They're still
they need to
going.
get a
Aye.
game. So it's like there's a lot of like exploits
Aye.
because they're shattered and they're chasing the game as well
I
because
mean,
they need to get the win.
Away to Ross County, I mean, they scored the what, in the 97th, 98th.
That game's still going.
Aye.
I mean, it is. I think it's mental how that guy's came in and just went.
Especially when he
just-
started.
Aye.
Okay, it's a bit different with Rangers. Rangers had to rebuild and it was a whole
Their
process.
budget,
He's
their budget
kinda-
was still like,
He's
good.
came in and inherited a budget, but he's tapped into a market that people don't really tap into. And
Aye.
look at players like Son, Kagawa. I mean, there's players that have came through Asia.
Jason Park.
That Honda boy, I know, played for AC Milan for like.
Kazuki Honda.
Aye, and there's clearly a market there that just doesn't get touched, and
Aye.
he's just went like.
Well, he was
managed in
there,
the
so
Champions
aye,
League.
so
Yeah.
he knew who they all were, and that Maeda played under him.
Aye,
So he's now we need a left winger striker.
aye.
Bring him in.
Here, see,
And
just,
he can get them cheap as anything.
Aye,
That's
1
it.
million or something.
see, just don't, where's Kyogo? Is he still
Injured,
Injured.
but
Is it
he's
still-
back in training. Like no, I don't think he's in contact training, but he's in
Is that
training.
because
So
he played the cup final injured and that kind of
Uh-huh.
fucked him even more?
he played the cup final injured and
I mean,
twice.
obviously it paid off. But like,
The thing was, he wasn't asked to play the cup final.
He wanted
asked
He wanted to.
to play.
there you go.
See, to be fair though, you see with a professional, right? I can go out on a Saturday and a Sunday and play football steaming, right? They boys shouldn't be playing injured.
No.
No.
And he's went, I want to play this. It means that
Callum McGregor, when he
Callum McGregor's
his
face,
was
he
all-
probably shouldn't have played the first
because-
couple that he did. Because
Well,
still,
the first game was Old Firm.
you
See
see,
if somebody came in and Clark, that could have.
remember
fucked
they were
up.
saying that, who was it?
Boyd.
Chris Boyd,
Boyd,
aye.
saying somebody should have just went up and
And
Well,
gave
they
him
said
one.
they should
Aye.
have tested him.
Aye, tested him.
he was
But
right for that.
you knew what he meant by,
Just want to crack him in the dish.
aye, you knew what he
He
meant
said-
by getting his face
He
and
said
crack
he
him.
spoke to him anyway.
Aye.
He said he was sorry.
But like,
But they should have.
Sorry.
professionals are different. They shouldn't.
They still have to be protected for themselves.
Aye.
They want to compete. But
But
'cause
you
it's-
noticed when we played that game was how many months ago,
aye,
and he's not even kicked the ball yet. But he should be back for
for the
this.
offense.
Aye.
Just need
Well,
to
maybe
see.
no the first one, but
Aye. See,
The last couple.
one thing I noticed about Celtic was when either Jota or Kyogo wasn't playing, that attack didn't seem to be
Aye.
as effective.
James
And
Forrest and that. Like,
It
I bet
just-
you noticed it kinda. It's because well you've got Jota and Kyogo were your two main players, and
Aye.
Abada.
Abada
Can't say
kind of
Abada
fell
is-
off a wee bit,
I
but then
he-
he started
see
scoring again.
right at the start. I think he's got what 16 goal contributions
Something
in
like
like his
that.
first how many games, and he kind of fell off. But he's the same height as me, and he was playing through the middle.
Mhm.
And James Forrest is on the right, and whoever was playing on the left at whatever.
Runs a bit like that.
No, we Mikey Johnson.
Mikey Johnson, do you know what I mean? Like it's, but then you can see that another strikers came in, another wingers came in.
Aye.
It's going to make folk go, oh, I need to play here,
Aye.
and you can see it. But it's like the same as Rangers. Like Rangers have kind of had the same team. You can tell when Ryan Kent's he's no playing,
But he still
but he can still, you can
like,
still
moment of
offer
magic
something.
or
See
something.
him and Lundstrom in that midfield. I think Lundstrom.
Ryan Jack, you mean?
No, I was going to go into Lundstrom, but okay, Ryan Jack. I mean,
No, I mean because I think you're talking about him.
Aye,
right?
sorry, I will talk about Ryan Kent. Seeing that old firm when it's hard to tell about that second half because we're doing 3-0.
Aye.
Celtic had already countered it.
But I think they were
But they
fucked
brung-
as well.
they
I
were,
think
they were,
I think
but
they were fucked as well.
Bringing on Morelos and Jack was such a real difference, and there
No,
was
should've
times
started.
where
It was Balogun.
Balogun or not, honestly, it bewilders me why he kept playing Barisic and
Aye.
no put
Aye.
Bassey on the left
Aye.
and putting Balogun in the middle.
Bassey's not a
Sickening,
centre. Bassey's
sickening.
not a centre half.
Sickening. I mean, that was proven in the Motherwell game. 2-0 down to 2 each. I mean, okay, I can understand dropping Lundstrom back,
Because he
Where
played
he's
the
got
back
the extra
five.
man.
Back five.
aye,
aye.
but just patting him in a centre half role when he's a CDM. But anyway, you can tell, like you said, I think Ryan Jack's such a big difference in the Scotland team, I know.
Aye.
Aye.
He is a major
He's a
role player.
player.
in that
You actually
team.
notice that it's like see in Celtic, right? Obviously, no, but you can tell now it's Cal McGregor plays the deep role at Celtic,
Aye.
but see when he goes to Scotland
Aye.
and Ryan Jack can play the deep
See,
role and let
they'll
him
lose
go,
heavily.
it makes Scotland look like such a better team.
Do you know what I said? That I think Callum McGregor's better for Scotland than he is for Celtic.
Oh, 100%.
Aye.
Well, this
Because he
season-
gets to play where he wants
His
to.
role,
I
aye.
think he's not been like one of their best players this season though.
Aye, he's
Like,
been good, but it's like see when
he
he's
could be bit like.
see when he's no doing it, you're like, where's Cal McGregor today? But
it's because
you notice it in a Scotland jersey, it's constant.
He's not a deep line.
No,
he's
he's-
a box to
aye,
box.
box to box.
He never was a deep line McGregor.
Nah,
Okay.
It's
but-
always like getting
ever
in.
since he went to Celtic.
Aye, but it's where they've asked him to play.
rated,
So.
I've always rated Cal McGregor.
But,
like, I always
But
think he's a
you
good player.
even notice it, see when Atati's playing, like Atali, he's your utility man,
Aye.
who should be,
The amount of that boy done.
who should
he's like-
who
he's like
should
Kanté.
probably play there.
Aye.
He
He's
should,
Kanté.
but he's too good going forward.
big
And
beat
McGregor still has to sit back. He's the one with the band on saying, "Do you know, I
Aye,
think
right.
I can do this."
Right.
But
Right.
no, but you even notice it when Beaton's playing and he goes and plays forward, it looks better. And Beaton's fucking hopeless.
Sam and Beaton.
Beaton's sitting next to me here.
Did we didn't even make a prediction for the Rangers.
Rangers will go through.
Alright.
I
Rangers will
reckon
be
Rangers will go through. It's the next game. It's that winner of Leipzig
Aye.
Allen. And that's will they, won't they?
Aye.
We're just
How much
the
they
last
want
time Rangers won a European Cup run, they beat a Portuguese team in the quarter final and they beat an Italian team in the semi final. And there's no a Russian team to beat them in the final.
Did
this
they
year.
win the final that year?
No, because a Russian team was in it. A Russian team's in it this year.
They're in a war. They're in a war.
So that's
And they're a bit busy.
That's flipping the script.
I mean, who's your final for the Europa League then? That's them. That's
Rangers, Barcelona. Fuck West Ham. It's not going to be a Battle of
I
Britain.
don't know. It really does depend what Rangers team turns up in that semi-final.
Barca, Atlanta.
Oh wow. That's
I'm
not
going
very
to say it.
staunch.
Nah.
I could see it.
Aye.
I could see it.
I can see Atlanta beating Leipzig, Rangers beating Braga, them two meeting, Atlanta just they'll beat them.
Not having it.
I don't know.
Rangers.
I'm going to.
I want to
if,
say
if,
us.
if Rangers were in that other bracket,
Mate,
maybe
We
fight-
beat Dortmund. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone thought we were getting pumped. Everyone thought Celtic were going through the Conference League and Rangers would get time to focus on the league. Flip the script. Win the Europa League. Win the Scottish Cup. Win the league.
I could see Bobo Gimp winning the
Yeah,
Conference League. They were fucking shit hot by you.
They actually are, by the way.
They were fucking amazing.
That
Did
is
anyone
right,
actually ken who they were before?
No.
Roma League 6
I'd never heard
6-1 in the
Six,
group.
aye.
They've got them, and
No.
they've got. Well, I don't want to touch on Conference League.
Never heard of them
Alright,
before they even
alright,
played
okay.
Celtic though.
No, we don't like this.
Well,
I don't
do you just
even-
want to talk
No,
about
I don't know who else is in it, but
Roma's in it, Leicester's in it.
Tottenham were in it and they got knocked out it.
Aye, they are.
they're not playing Sheriff or something.
Aye.
Is that
I'm
who
sorry.
it
No,
was?
no, it wasn't Sheriff.
Sheriff in the
No.
Champions League.
Sheriff, aye.
Were they?
Yeah,
Aye,
they beat
but-
Real Madrid.
Tottenham go beat off another
You
team.
don't see their goal against
Boys,
Real
there's
Madrid.
too many.
Sorry. You need to see Sheriff's second goal against Real Madrid. It is unbelievable.
It's that boy scored against Rangers
Aye,
for
aye,
progress,
aye.
not the con.
He smashes it into the top corner. The goal is amazing.
Is that this season?
Aye.
Aye,
can't
group
remember.
stage.
Can't remember.
They hadn't lost their first three
sorry,
games
we
of
lost
Europe. They didn't lose their first 3 games of Europe. And
Aye.
they had like Inter Milan and all that.
That's how they got to the third spot. Aye. Fair play though.
Aye, but I'm sure Leicester are still in the Conference League.
Leicester is. Leicester, Roma.
I could
Bodo.
see Leicester
Leicester.
get to the final.
Marseille, isn't it?
Marseille, PSV, Copenhagen.
It's actually quite a few names.
Still
There is,
decent,
there
aye.
is.
PS,
but-
PSV Copenhagen played each other.
Is that what it is?
Who went through?
I think
it
PSV.
PSV?
Alkmaar go for it?
What?
No, that's who.
Is that
That's who.
Was that who we both looked at?
That's who they were playing. Aye.
That'd be them to win it anyway, I think.
Aye.
Bodo or Leicester? Leicester.
Bodo
probably.
Glimt win it.
Leicester will
Bodo,
come.
Bodo Glimt.
I don't know.
Well, win it.
See if they win it, by the way, right? I'm just saying shit hot, by the way. Celtic signed the left back.
Put your money on it for Bodo Glimt.
I didn't see them play at all.
Aye, no, I didn't actually watch
I
the games.
went to that game. I went to that game, right? Oh my god. I was sitting there and I was just watching.
That right winger.
No,
man.
their left back just kept running.
It's
just-
something. Oh, it's a weird name.
And whoever was on that right winger, Greg Taylor.
Was
I'm
that the
sitting
boy?
there going,
Was that the boy that shushed all the fans?
Aye.
And that? Aye.
He's went down right for 40 minutes. He's like, oh my knee, oh we're on the ball, get up right. And he's went man, see you later, Greg Taylor. Across the ball and we've scored. And I'm like,
See you there.
They have it up the Conference League just to see the drawing.
it?
That.
Let's give you a quick look.
So it'll be the exact same the way they did in Europa League and that.
I've not seen any of the Conference League. I've only seen Celtic play against Rangers. I've not seen really any of Celtic this season.
The only thing I've
In
seen
fact-
in the Conference League was your game against Bodo. I watched like
aye,
the second
you
half.
needed to watch it.
I watched the second half and that was it.
I seen the first half of Celtic playing Bayer Leverkusen. Was it Leverkusen in the group stages?
Mhm.
And that Jeremy Frimpong, I forgot that he'd went there.
Aye.
So
He's turned into a great.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he was a great player at Celtic, but
Bayern Munich are looking at him.
Well, they always snatch up all.
Aye, all the other.
Aye.
I bet
I've
Celtic
got the-
does it up here or
Oh,
not.
it's final.
Slavia,
I've
Feyenoord.
got the Europa, so you've got your Bodo Glimt versus Roma.
Right.
Bodo Glimt.
Bodo Glimt.
They got
Feyenoord, Slavia Prague.
Feyenoord, fuck Slavia.
Feyenoord.
Leicester, PSV.
Leicester.
See, be honest,
PSV. I'm going to say PSV, Leicester.
yes, PSV are.
Who is that? What's that?
I'll show you the badge. See.
It's it's no Panathinaikos.
That's what I thought. I thought it was Panathinaikos.
Other Greek team.
No, there's a Clover, is it? No, the Panathinaikos.
Aye.
It's no
Panathinaikos is a
it's-
circle badge. Is it not that pile? No.
I still say
Oh, let me see if I can try
Marseille.
and Google it.
I still say Marseille, but
But I'd say Marseille that one anyway.
Celtic side done it.
Aye, Marseille.
Yeah,
Is
but I'll-
Payet playing for them?
Yeah,
Is it-
Aye.
I'm sure he is.
Has he
Mhm.
been playing?
Aye.
No.
Mind, did he not get hit by a bottle like a month ago? They stopped the game.
It's because he's man bun. They were like, hit my boat and cut it off.
The
I
fixtures
thought
are mental. It's Marseille and somebody else have a rivalry down that south of France.
It was
Scalped him with a bottle at a corner
It
or
was
something.
no. Who was it that
Monaco,
Fekir was playing with
It wasn't a bit. He's at Betis now.
Was he not playing
Aye.
with Leon?
Leon.
when he was at
No.
when he was in
It was
France?
Leon.
Was it because remember he took off his top? Was
It
that
Leon.
was that it?
I don't
Was
think
that when
it
he was in
I don't-
France?
I don't think it was Leon actually.
When he was in France, he took off his top and everybody was like trying to get on the park and that. They had to suspend the game.
Aye, that was a fucking mad
Was that in
game.
France?
Aye,
I'm sure that was in
aye,
France.
I think he did play in France. I think he did play for Leon.
I think it actually is Panathinaikos, but they've just changed the badge. Is it?
Right, wait a minute. I'm going to look up who Fekir played with.
But I'm still going to say Marseille.
Aye.
I think
I think
Marseille.
Marseille will come through it.
So
Just get
what's
that.
the semi-final draw for that then?
Pass, do you want it?
Right.
Did you not just have the photo up?
I think Bodo Glimt.
Final, Leicester.
Bodo Glimt.
Well, I don't know if
Bodo
they
Glimt
can.
PSV. I'm going to say Bodo Glimt PSV.
Yeah, better,
Bodo
that's fine.
Glimt. man.
I think you just did. You just have the.
So what
Ah, I
happens?
had a
So
photo.
how? So if you
But
win the
I think
Europa
it's was
League-
it Cross there. I'm assuming Cross there.
No, I think that's the two semi-finals there.
I don't know because
think
the other photo I had with
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was that way
Oh wait,
and that way. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know where the photos. So that's why I was just trying to Google it this way.
it might be across the way.
Quarter final was it League 2? That's that. Semi final League 2.
Oh, doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
So does the Conference League work the same as Europa League? If you win it, you just get an automatic
Automatic.
place
To
into
Europa.
the next
Europa,
tier?
yes.
Yeah.
You got up to then Europa.
Imagine that Celtic win the league, Rangers win Europa League, and the both of them are in Champions League group stages. Could you imagine?
No,
Yeah, you just go through and we win
Yeah.
No, do you know? Do you know if Benfica or Villarreal win the Champions League? Whoever wins the Scottish League doesn't get automatic qualifying in the group stage
Honestly,
because
I
them
don't
two
see
are
that.
not in their
The-
Champions League spots in their leagues.
Right.
I don't see it happening.
But I'm just, it's just if that happens, that's mad.
Just
Becky played with Leon. That's who it was.
It was,
So
uh,
it must have been
right,
Leon Marseille.
a wee touch back on when we were talking about obviously Frimpong going to Bayern there. There's talk of Lewandowski leaving Bayern at the end of the season.
Seen that.
Is it?
And
Aye.
Haaland being the man to replace him.
No, they need,
Where would Lewa go?
they need to stop doing that. That
Aye, because
Take
Lewandowski
Dortmund.
went from Borussia Dortmund on a free.
On a free.
Take-
So did Götze
But there was talks about Haaland
And then he went back.
and then went back.
going
and
to Man
Hummels
City,
and
I know.
all.
There was talk about Haaland going to Man City, I know.
Aye.
It's because his dad played with City as well, so it's not
He was
like
born in Leeds. Haaland. He was born
I
in
could have
Leeds.
played for England. England.
London and England.
No, I think
Didn't hear that.
I think he's chose Norway. Like he
Aye.
actually wants to play for Norway. Do you want to touch on Scotland? Like
But we're talking about where's Lewandowski going to go? What will Lewandowski do if he leaves?
Man City. If Haaland
If
doesn't
Haaland
go.
goes, I think he'll go to Man City. Aye.
I don't know. He's won everything at this point. He's quite
Aye,
getting
but
on
he's
a
going to
bit.
the Premier
Arsenal.
League. The Premier League's the hardest league.
Aye, you need to prove yourself.
Aye, you need
What
to
about
prove
If
yourself.
Arsenal
What
get
about
Champions
Chelsea?
League,
Mate,
If Lukaku was to leave at the end of the season,
well, they can't sign him.
But
Aye,
but
Chelsea can't sign anyone at the minute.
Unless you get.
Fuck.
unless they get this thing,
Unless
Aye.
you take.
unless
But
they
Man
get this
United.
Can't let say they're fucked. I mean, Rudiger's
Is
leaving and stuff.
the
Like that.
only players that end the contract that can leave.
Yes.
But you see him go to Real Madrid?
Rudiger's leaving. Azpilicueta's leaving.
Christensen's away.
And Christian.
Could you
So
see?
that's a back line just about.
Can they no re-sign players?
No, they can't.
They
Can't sign
can't
anyone.
negotiate contracts with them, really.
Nope.
Catches later.
Do you think Lewandowski go to Real Madrid or something like that?
Rudiger.
I think it
Potentially.
I think it just
But-
depends on what that league kind of gets like.
Mbappe's going to Real Madrid.
Oh, aye.
Because you
It's a
know-
different type of player.
I
though.
bet Mbappe would just
Playing the
Mbappe
wing.
selling to his left and
But
Vinicius
then
Junior
with-
probably going to the right.
I don't know. It's
That
just
means
just
there's
a
a lot of
thought.
players in that position as well because they've still got that Rodrigo in it.
And unless they all.
And then Benzema's there and that.
Aye, it's hard to see where.
I don't
players
think
go,
I think
yeah.
Benzema will finish his career there.
Aye,
So I
I don't
don't-
see him going anywhere.
Right, Barcelona then is where he'll go.
Unless he goes back to like Leon or something,
Aye.
like to finish off, like Benzema.
Oh, I wasn't on about Benzema. I think he'll stay at Real Madrid.
No, I mean if he wanted to retire in France
Aye.
or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But do you want to touch on Scotland for a bit? We've been going for just over an hour. I don't know.
I
If
seen him. I seen him pick his head through.
I don't know
at the door.
because we've only booked the hour, but usually they're all right.
We'll finish up.
We'll finish up.
We'll
in-
finish
we'll
up on
Scot-
this.
we'll finish up in Scotland then.
Right, tell him.
So
10
is it-
minutes.
So Scotland are playing Poland because Poland were meant to play Russia, but they've now back to.
So
Friendly.
it was a friendly, but but we're
So,
still meant to play.
we were
Austria
meant
and
we
Wales.
were meant to play Ukraine on a World Cup playoff, but Ukraine are obviously busy, so we're not playing. They've got other plans.
That's where he
They're a bit busy, so we're now. We thought we'll meet Poland in a wee friendly.
it's-
Every ticket sold, tenner goes to
Was
Ukraine
Poland playing
Association.
Russia?
Aye,
Right.
so that's why we thought we'll
Oh wait,
meet.
you've not got the headphones.
Nah,
on.
sorry.
So that's why we thought we'll meet them, and aye, so that's playing on Thursday. But the Austria Wales game, who if we were to beat Ukraine,
Play the winner.
we were to play the winner. That's still going to go ahead.
Aye, so how's that going to work?
They'll need to wait on Ukraine.
They'll just need to wait.
Or they'll give us a bye. I don't know. I mean,
I think it'll get to June because it's meant to be played in June.
It's still
the
going to be going
rematch.
on by then.
But I think it'll get to June and we'll just get a bye.
aye.
It's still going to be going on by then.
There was talks of us playing. I think there was a team before, which I think it was Finland. So we're meant to be playing Finland or something like that. There
They're
was
right
talks
next
of
to
that.
Russia, man.
See, to be fair though, like I could see us getting a bye to go Ukraine, like
Mm-hmm.
past them. But I think even like a lot of their players aren't playing. But it'd still be nice to play them,
Aye.
just
But
because all the money that you could
it's-
raise for that could go to
It's like
Ukraine
it'll
and
get
all
to
that
June
kind
though,
of
and Ukraine will have us to play twice because we've got them in the Nations League too.
stuff. Oh right, aye.
So we've got them in Nations League, so they'll have to play us twice. Then they'll have to play the other teams in the Nations League too.
See what I'm not getting is if we play them in a friendly, why can we not just play them in a game?
I know.
It's what
Why not just
UEFA
in
will-
a competitive
Aye.
standpoint? Aye. I mean, I reckon Poland would maybe beat us, but they will come up.
I think that's us to just wrap it up in a minute.
Aye, but I think we're going to get a bye. Ukraine aren't going to see this out, and they're
Right,
going to be
we'll wrap this up because I think the guys
The
are coming
gaffer's
in.
coming to kick us out.
So
Aye.
a wee exit.
It was good, man. Aye. Well then, boys. I like that. Clap. We clap. We applause, man. Brilliant.